Hi, good evening. For the past few months, we have been hearing about the riots taking place, demonstrations taking place, strikes that are happening on the streets of Hong Kong. Why such a peaceful city, which is one of the largest metropolitan areas in the world, is facing such kind of demonstration? Why the people of Hong Kong are hitting the streets, demonstrating against their own government? Why the Western countries like US, Britain, Australia are giving support to the demonstrators there? What is the history behind the problem and in Hong Kong? As many of you will know, that Hong Kong is a independent territory of the China. It's part and parcel of China. Until 1997, Hong Kong was on a 99-year lease with Great Britain. Hong Kong, like India, was also a colonial state. British ruled it uh, in the 19th century. In the 19th end, towards the end of the 19th century, the Chinese rulers gave Hong Kong on a 99-year lease to the Great Britain. Great Britain used this Hong Kong and its natural port as a commercial hub for its exports and the imports of raw materials to the mainland Great Britain. The 99-year-old lease ended in 1997, and the British the government has to hand over Hong Kong to the mainland China, which is natural territory of Hong Kong. During Margaret Thatcher's time, British government was reluctant to hand over Hong Kong as per the 99-year lease agreement back to China. But Deng Xiaoping, the then de facto ruler of China, he threatened military action against Hong Kong if the British are not going to honor the agreement of 9-year-old lease and hand it back to China. Then the British government reluctantly handed over Hong Kong to the mainland China in 1997 in a ceremony symbolic of colonial people handing over the reins back to the old country. Prince Charles personally presided over that function to hand over the keys of Hong Kong to the China's rulers. Of course, Deng Xiaoping was not there to see Hong Kong merge with China. At the time of handover of Hong Kong to by the British to the Chinese people, China government promised one, one country, two systems rule. That means though Hong Kong is a part and parcel of mainland China, the rules and regulations, the law of the land will be the one which is already prevailing there. That is how the arrangement was known as one country, two systems. And the Chinese government has designated Hong Kong as the special administrative region of China. That's called SAR. Why the problem now? For 23 years, till December 2019, China viewed Hong Kong as a special administrative region, like our Jammu and Kashmir. India, though Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India, which merged with the Indian Union in 1948, that it was continued to view as a special state under Article 370. And though the rule of the land of the India was not applicable in Jammu and Kashmir to the most extent. That is why the Modi-led government has scrapped Article 370 to pave the way for the full-fledged merger of Jammu and Kashmir into Indian mainland. Though many opposition parties in Jammu and Kashmir, they questioned the move of the government, why the government has to merge full-fledged, why the government of India has to scrap Article 370, but yet an year passed by and now people of Jammu and Kashmir mostly resigned to the fact that they are very much part and parcel of India in complete sense. Similarly, the Chinese government under President Li Ziyin scrapped the special arrangement with the Hong Kong and they applied the laws of mainland China to the Hong Kong region as well. That is where the riots started, demonstrations started, because Hong Kong is administered through a special executive, chief executive, and currently Ms. Carrie Lam is the chief executive of Hong Kong. She was under naturally under the orders of the Chinese leadership to implement the law of the mainland China in Hong Kong as well. The Hong Kong residents who are used to the democracy under British occupation, they are resisting the move of the Chinese government in, in not accepting the rule of the mainland China. They want the special arrangement of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region to be maintained status quo. That is where this conflict of interest and conflict of expectations came into the play. Naturally, British being the because they have so many commercial interests in Hong Kong, it is a fact that the Britishers have developed Hong Kong as it is of today. Now, Hong Kong Bay Area is the richest bay area in the world, even surpassing the Tokyo Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area. Bay Area is nothing but a port and related economy, as well as the air-related economy and the mainland-related economy. That's the Bay Area. There are three dominant Bay Area economies in the world. Number one is San Francisco, number two is Tokyo, number three is Hong Kong. With the advent of Chinese exports, which are mainly routed through Hong Kong port, Hong Kong emerged as the de facto Bay Area in the world. Now it is the richest Bay Area in the world. That is even the total value of trade that happens through Hong Kong Bay Area even surpasses that of many G20 countries. The economy size of Hong Kong is greater than that of Argentina, countries like Argentina, countries like Switzerland. So that is the kind of economic power Hong Kong enjoys. Obviously, China don't want to lose that control over that economic power, and Hong Kong, for your information, is the largest air cargo hub in the world. And the air cargo handling capacity of Hong Kong airport is 1 million tons per annum, in excess of 1 million tons per annum. As a reference, the total Indian air cargo is 900,000 tons only. All the air cargo lifted in India is less than that of Hong Kong airport alone. So that is the power of Hong Kong in the trade circles, in the economic circle, in the political circles. That is why China wants to merge Hong Kong completely with itself by applying all the rules of the mainland China into Hong Kong. Hong Kong population is not used to the Chinese mainland Chinese rules. That is why they are resisting the move of the Chinese government, and they are demonstrating against the Chinese rule of law in Hong Kong. Obviously, for anybody has to understand that Hong Kong is part and parcel of mainland China, so there is no denying of the fact. But the Chinese leadership needs to negotiate with these people and take all the people of Hong Kong into confidence that they will be treated just as per the law of the land. No discrimination should be meted out to them. So then only the problem of Hong Kong can be solved. And because of the demonstration, there is a dent in the economics of Hong Kong, and obviously there is a dent in the image of Hong Kong as well. But the Chinese leadership is hell-bent on suppressing the rights of Hong Kong people without taking them into confidence, without convincing them about the rule of the law in Hong Kong. So how long and what shape this takes place in the days to come, we have to see. But yet again, Hong Kong is the largest Bay Area economy in the world. And China, or for that matter, any country which is having such a magnanimity of the economic activity, they need to protect the ecosystem of any particular city, more so for a city like Hong Kong. So, how the Chinese government will retain its image in administering Hong Kong as an equal partner of mainland China and as an equal partner of many countries in the world, we have to see. Why this is assuming so much importance? Because many countries in the world have a separate legal framework, legal arrangement with Hong Kong. Suppose many countries, when it was a special administrative region of the mainland China, many countries, including America, have entered into an agreement with the city-state of Hong Kong at that time. Now, one country after the other, they are repealing such agreements, making those agreements redundant. We have to see how China will cope up with these developments and retain the preeminence of Hong Kong as the world's largest Bay Area economy, port-based economy, airport-based economy. How it is going to retain is is an interesting aspect for the economists, for the political analysts alike. Thank you. We will keep you updated about the happenings in Hong Kong. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.